Hello. Welcome to the 2025 Armageddon episode of the Boom and Freeze podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Pants, Recliners, and Hope. Today we will learn about the dangers of driving and talking, a baby release, and a reaction video rewatching Kids in the Hall. Let's get them. Here's our rules.
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone want to read them?
Should be a
No names. Number one, no names. Number two,
that was
say everything we drink. What's everyone drinking tonight?
Good question.
Anything good?
I think Boom is. Boom's drinking something good. I'll let you get you guys make your own assumption. It could be vodka, could be water.
So Freeze is drinking vodka or water. It's not clear,
You
but
decide.
she loves to leave us with a mystery.
Yes.
Boom, what do you have?
I'm drinking bourbon.
Yes, that is wonderful to hear. Sugar Beat Down.
Peach Waterloo.
Waterloo.
Ooh,
That's
so
good. That
good.
applies to number 3.
Peach flavor. So good.
That applies to rule 3. Yeah. I have it's Fresca and vodka. Because I'm fancy.
Ooh. There.
It's a delicious drink. It's one of my
That is-
favorite things.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. Let's get through these rules. I'm gonna keep us moving.
Number 3, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and
Good
drive.
one. That
I'm
one.
drinking blood.
We got that.
No one's going anywhere
Number
tonight.
4.
I
We're
don't
all
think.
sitting
Yeah,
in,
no one's-
in our house, so we're good.
It's a
Go ahead.
sit-in. So you're already in.
We're in.
4, Boom can't talk to Freeze, and then 5, Boom can talk to Freeze. Glad
How
we
drunk
remedied
were you
that.
when we made up these rules?
You know,
Were we
we
really-
must
I
have
don't-
been in our drink. This was more in our drinking days. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Did I say
I'm
6?
proud.
Freeze
let's-
drinks if she fucks up her words, and then 7, then Boom has to drink too.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There's a lot
I
of
get
drinking
punished if
going
she
on
fucks
here.
up her words.
It's a drinking theme
I like
a little
it.
bit. Yeah, Freeze, hold up the podcast-o-matic. No, she has it over
Oh.
there. I made it. I remember.
Oh yeah, the podcast-o-matic. Oh yeah, I remember now. You guys. Oh, flop. There it is. I'm gonna put that in a safe.
Yeah, that's where they
There you
are.
go.
They're on that tape.
Oh,
Calling
Amazing.
all cars. And then,
Oh,
this
have
is yours,
mercy.
Boom. So if you want to say something,
hey, I heard there's a new Buffy coming out.
that's what I heard.
Oh my god.
It's a maybe though, right? Like it's like
I think
Okay, it sounds definitely more like a yes than it ever has. I mean,
Yeah.
even 2 years ago, Geller's always been like a no. Exciting.
yeah. I feel like they've done such a good job with a lot of shows that I just don't think they'll disappoint me. I have a lot of faith, and I know that's stupid.
Okay. Great. Although I think Eliza Dushku is like done acting. So cameo, but
For our listeners and not me, who does that actor play on Buffy?
Faith. You said Faith. I thought it was
Okay.
a Faith fun. Goodness, I'm alone.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh, yeah. So I got these Buffy this Buffy tarot deck.
And it's they sold it at Target. Like anyone can get this, but it's so. If you listen to Buffy, like if you know the stories and you're into it, like the way they have the major arcana in here, or you know, like if you understand the story that the card is based on, they did a really good job of matching it up with actual tarot readings.
But like it's just really good. And in the back, one of the layouts is the 5x5. And so it's like the 5x5. And anyway, it's great. Highly
Very
recommend.
cool.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me share my Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot deck.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
We
good.
got to do a lot of fun things that in retrospect, I had no clue that number one, we were the only people in the roller derby world that was getting to do that cool of a thing.
I know.
Right. And I
Like-
thought everybody was when I started,
Yeah.
because obviously it's like, what? Okay. They almost do this, but no, you found out right away that they did not at all. Yeah, it's pretty.
At
pretty
some point in time, I wanted to tell people that I was in a Lizzo,
Right?
in a
Remember
Lizzo
the
video.
Lizzo?
Yeah,
roller
you can't
skating?
not. You can't
And
not
but
say that. I mean,
but
I mean, I don't know.
we can't
I
prove
know
it.
we can't prove it, but it's like
Not
whatever.
evidence.
They shelved it. They shelved it.
I'd like to see it though. She's got to have the footage. That would be cool someday. If that just
I
hopped
think
out.
she's
That also is in a closet somewhere as well.
So
It's in the
cool.
cloud.
Is
It's
it
in
in
that
the
cloud.
podcast of Matt?
It is. Well, I don't know. It was on a camera and then they did it, so I don't know if there's a cloud involved.
I mean, we had clothes on, but I mean, it wasn't
felt
a
like
lot
no
of clothes.
clothes.
Back then,
Wasn't.
I mean, all of you can back me up. We left the house often without pants.
Yeah, we had to take our pants off at least.
No, I would leave the house and I'm like, damn it, I left again without pants. Why were you taking your pants off? Are we watching some sort of episode today?
Yeah. I was actually just going to say I was waiting for a lag in the conversation to bring up the topic. So there are, and I don't think we should like watch all of them or anything like that. But there are 5 crushing your head clips. Yes. So okay. This is important. So I was listening to we should say this for the podcast anyway. Today is February 26th, 2025. Our last recording was
what did you say the day was?
Today is not that date.
February
Is
6th. It's
You
February
said
6th.
26. I thought I was in the
Please
future
repeat
there.
Drink.
No,
Holy
you're right. That is
smokers.
fair. I
That
hardly
was a
ever.
mess up. I was in the future there. I thought I missed the holidays. I don't even know what happened. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's
What
February
holidays
6th.
did we?
Anyway, today is February 26th, 2025.
No, it ain't
No.
Drink.
Hell
Hold on.
yeah.
What's happening on
Woo!
February
We'll try this
26th
for the
that
third
it's so
time. I
on
think
your
we should add a
mind?
rule to that.
I have no idea.
Shark,
I don't
Baby
even
shark
I
back
think
in
it's
on
the
you
6th. I think
on
it's
February.
February 6th. 6th.
Yeah,
think.
6th.
Okay.
February 6th, 2025. And
That's good.
the last time, getting to my point, the last time we did one of these, we were a couple months into COVID. We were fully in lockdown.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I want to say it was like early spring or summer of I don't know the date of that one, but it was 2020.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
so crazy.
And-
That it was that
I
long
can't
ago.
believe it.
Yeah.
It is.
There were some, if you go back and listen to the podcast, there were some predictions made about
man.
how people would treat that time. It's really kind of, it's wholesome to listen to. We were all going through a lot, and it's just,
What
it's
a
cool.
moment. What a moment
Yeah.
in time that was.
Ah la la. I can't believe it's been that
So
long.
much we
though, too,
didn't
but
know
yes,
back then.
We kind of
We
thought.
can
but-
re-experience our feelings by listening to that podcast. But we do talk about crushing heads in the podcast.
All right. I
There
believe
it is.
it.
There's the full circle.
Yes.
Head crushing.
Does anybody have this where there's, because of COVID, there's kind of this lapse in memory and time for anyone? Does anybody have that where you're like, oh yeah, gosh, I haven't seen you for a couple of years, and it's been like since 2018, but because COVID's in there, it's like,
Yes.
like there's
yes.
this weird like time
lost.
continuum.
That-
Yeah.
There's
Very
like
much so.
wormhole or something that goes through it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it drives me crazy every time. I'm like, wait a minute, that is so long ago. Wow.
Part of my astrology studies, I've been studying astrology. I've got like a lot. Like I've just finished my year 2 of it. So, if anyone listening wants a reading, hit me up. I'm advertising my side hustle.
I now have my original birth certificate, so I know the time I was born.
All right.
What
So excited.
time?
Yeah.
Dude, do you want to tell us?
I
the
can go get it.
time?
I don't
You
know. My mother my birth mother would have named me Tina.
That is
I don't know
nothing
how
like
to
that.
react.
Yeah, I don't think that would fit you, maybe.
I don't think that was gonna I don't think that was gonna work. I don't think it was gonna work, but
Yeah, but it had to do with us
Time,
in 2020.
COVID.
Oh, I was writing down a list of events. Like I'm comparing like star things happening with like these are dates like major things happened in my life, right?
Oh,
Like I have like Sex Swing's first practice
oh.
and you know like or like when I tried out for roller derby. Like I'm trying to write down these like life events and there's nothing in 2020 or 2021. Like I don't remember anything happening. Like nothing in the list. And I'm like, some stuff happened those 2 years, but I don't have anything in my list.
There was a
And I
lot
can't
of
think of anything.
not knowing, I think. We were just like, so, yeah, just sitting at home going, what the hell are we going to do next? All right, 4 in a row. Tic-tac-toe. Okay, anyway. How about the next one?
Works.
How about the
It's
Drink.
3 in a row. That's not 4.
you know what I mean?
Drink.
Drink.
No, I don't think I used the right words, but I'll let you have it.
That's why you're drinking.
Okay. And how about the buildings one? Because you said that I think you might have thought that was maybe one of the first ones.
That was maybe the
Yeah, the
original.
first one, the
So
original.
that one, the disco
Yeah.
ball one, you all said, and then I don't know. You guys find another one. I can't remember.
There's
the
a
other ones.
girlfriend one.
Need to see the
Okay.
girlfriend one.
Okay, that one then. That's
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Start
Let's
with
start
those.
with the girlfriend one. Let's see how
I
it
like it.
goes.
All right, you get that together while Boom Goes does her thing.
All right, I'll go.
Right. Like I have a checklist in the morning where I have to write my journal.
Oh,
Oh.
The mess. Oh, gross. Yeah. Oh, I hate my work. Hey, buddy. Oh my God, he's dead. Dead. The misery of finger existence. To jump or not to be? That is the question. Good morning,
Oh,
Misha.
I love
What the hell do you want?
I don't have enough money to pay for this cab.
No, not this again.
I
Oh,
don't have enough money to pay for this cab.
Sit.
her hair's my favorite.
Continuing with Act 2.
I'm trying to see if I can remember these
so
people.
sad, my friend.
I love the real.
No, I
I don't
don't
have enough
remember
money
them.
to
I'm
pay for this
kidding.
cab.
All right, that's it. I'm fed up with you. I invite you into my house to put on a play for you, and you interrupt me? What kind of...
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
Oh,
Definitely, I crush your head. Get out of
I
my
just-
house, fool. Take it and get out of town.
I used to do that at work all the time, and nobody knew what I was doing.
There is nobody home.
What do you mean there's nobody home? I'm home. I'm sitting in it.
There's nobody home.
What are you doing with your stuff? What is...
I forgot about that. Oh, that is a pretty good way to keep people out of your vision.
Stop it.
oh, Freeze, put your hand down for God's.
I see. There's nobody home.
Nobody home.
There's nobody
Oh,
home.
he's converted immediately. He loves
He
it.
went,
Let me talk to your mom. Ma'am, I'm crushing your head, you wrinkly old brat. And this one for you, you tabby.
Here she comes.
Go suck on the eatable teeth, you wimpy, flat-headed mama's boy.
You wimpy
Oh,
flat-headed
I
mama's
love
boy.
that he's with his
Leave
mom.
my fingers, because I'm crushing your head. I'm
Just as they
crushing
drive
your
away.
cab. I'm crushing your taxi.
Oh, look at.
he's
Oh,
crushing the whole
oh.
thing.
Crush.
Now,
Where
Where
were
was
we?
where were we? Oh, yes, if I recall, there was nobody home.
There's nobody home.
That's right. And you know, if we do this for a month,
It gives me
we
so
live
much
here
hope for the world.
rent-free.
So much hope. Okay, while Bully's looking for the year, I want to talk about why it gives me hope. Okay.
I
The
wanted
first
to hear
time-
this.
The first time I saw the crushing your head guy, it was the office building clip where he brings his lawn chair to the middle of corporate fucking America, like to a plaza, and pops out the fucking lawn chair, and he sits there and is like, sort of shabby chic business attire with his little glasses with probably tape on him, and he's got the pocket protector and the pants, and he's just disgruntled with the world, and he's crushing everyone's heads because he thinks that everyone there deserves it. And I felt like, oh man, there's this person who's really upset but like is driven, and they got this thing that they're doing,
And they're not hurting anybody.
Matter to themselves. And then I was like, but they're doomed to be alone, right? This person is doomed to be alone. And Eeyore, through and through, down to his core. There's no way that he's ever gonna find a friend. And along comes nobody home. It makes me so happy.
There's a lid for every pot.
He did. He had his own thing.
Yeah. And it wasn't like, ugh, I don't like you. Crash, crash, crash. Nobody home. Crash, crash, crash. Nobody home. He was like, wait a minute.
I like it.
The coolest. And they became friends in that moment. To me, the hope is that everyone can find a friend. If that character can find a friend, anybody can find a friend.
That's a for sure there.
Yeah.
I agree.
Come in.
So the Kids in the Hall pilot was in 1988. The real season started in 89, and it went to like 95.
All right. I thought it was when. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
The reboot. It kind of had a reboot then in 2011.
Let's watch the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's.
I think the next one we should watch is the disco. The disco ball one, which is not next like chronologically or anything, but it was the first one I ever saw.
All right, let's see how you got introduced to him.
I feel like we just went back in time.
Did you ever stand in line like that?
At First Avenue.
Oh,
I'm gonna say yes, I have. I used to.
Hard day at the movie premiere. Don't worry about me. I mean, I'm only crushing your head.
I'm just crushing everyone's head. Hey, is that the limo we took when we were on the cruise?
Beautiful. Feed the homeless.
In
Limbo.
Detroit.
I love that chair. Look at that chair.
Yeah, Detroit. I remember that time.
You too, leather boy. Crush you. Crush. Pop. Oh, an outlander. Forget it, buddy. You'll never get it. You may keep your rounded head. I spare you. The vomiting goddess is your date? You uncaring creep. I crush you. I crush you, crush you, crush
What is going on?
I agree with that crushing. I definitely agree with that.
Help you get empty.
Brush him.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Come on. A little
No!
bit. Oops, crushed you. Sorry. Hangover in a mangled head.
Oh my gosh.
Back.
Hey, come to my party tomorrow night? You got my address, don't you? It'll be a great party. Get there early. Get there at 9 o'clock. That's when the action starts at my parties. See you there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best way to end that one.
Better luck next time.
I said let him in. I'm talking to you, bouncer boy. Let the poor little pathetic spider in. Who died and made you God, eh, Mr. Bones and Muscle? Warning you. Don't make me good.
Can't crush it. Can't crush his head.
Oh!
Oh!
Head!
Oh, he's got
What
a cramp.
thick head!
Oh, I thought he was going to let him in there for a minute.
What? Who's singing that horrible song? Oh, stop singing! Stop it! Hey! Are you okay? Hey! Hey!
The heck's going on there?
Hey, flathead!
Flathead!
You need me?
Flathead!
Okay. Ew.
Are those snacks in that bag? I respect
I
him
hope
so
so.
much
You're
more.
a mess.
Oh my God.
You're a great big
Is that the
mess
woman
of
that
a
was in the
trendy.
line? Who's that?
Come
Yeah,
I think so.
it's his god, his vomiting
Ready?
goddess.
I thought he crushed her head.
I'll take you to the bus stop. What bus do you take? Come on, come on, come on. Get a move on. That's it. Step
You know what?
lively.
This does
Come
not
on,
bother
move it
me.
out.
I like trust
Boy, you're
with
out of
her.
shape, my friend.
Like I feel like
Join
she's
the
gonna be
cadets.
okay.
But like boom, that's a good point. Like with like I feel like now we're so accustomed to like like just like, oh, that looks like a problematic thing. Like, oh, he's doing something. No, actually, like he's saving her from that guy that got into the club and left her out laying on a car.
Yeah. Like for some reason, I'm like, oh, them walking away makes me actually feel better about her chances of making it through the night. Than
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely
but
a different aspect.
but like I don't know, to get back to points boom about hope, like, and how these are like they're hope filled. Like, oh, at the end, he's like,
hope in them. There's so much hope in them. Like and I love that he's like totally honest when he's crushing people's heads. He's like, oh my God, don't you even know the rules? You don't even have any leather on. There's no way you're getting into that.
Well, I'm gonna let
You
you
are-
stay.
He's like, oh, you're pathetic. I'm gonna save you. I'm just gonna spare you. I am sparing you. And then it goes on and on. So,
when he's helping her puke though.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was a funny little scene there. Jesus. Then he crushed her head.
What? Wait a minute. Was she the
Let's
only
try how
woman?
she
Like
ended
there
up.
were two women in that line, right?
That's all I seen was one head get crushed that was blonde, I think.
Okay.
That's an interesting thing to think about.
Of how many men or women that are in there?
How many men were in that line?
Well, they just let the women in first. If there's not enough women in a club, they won't. Like, this is a real thing.
They won't exist. They actually evaporate.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why they have ladies' night,
For
but they
sure.
don't have men's night. Like, there's no like dudes drink free tonight. Like, that's not a thing.
No.
Yeah.
Every day is man's day.
Yes, welcome to Man's Day.
One of the first
Okay.
nights I went out with the Bombshells after I was drafted, it was like a woman's night, women drink free, and I have never ever the next day been so sick in my life. I think I was that vomiting girl 5 times over.
Yeesh.
And I had to work the next day at the Renaissance Festival as a sign language interpreter for the whole damn
Oh,
day.
man. That
I-
sounds rough.
One of the
That's
shows,
a rough one there.
we were almost done, and they were like, "But wait, there's more." And I'm like, "Oh no," because I was like, "If I just breathe deeply, I can get through this. I think I'll be all right. I think I can do it. I think I can do it." And then they were like, "But wait, there's more!" Like one of those fucking infomercials from the 90s. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die." And I said, "I'll be right back." So, like, "I'll be right back." And I was like, "Do, do, 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 do."
Do y'all remember when we went to Sioux Falls?
Oh, the red eye, the twofers. Oh,
Yeah, they were
God.
just giving us, man. It was just like, I can't believe the prices. It was just unbelievable.
Freeze, that was our first bout.
I know.
That
That was
my
our-
first bout back
And I
after
remember
being-
they said,
Good
there's
for
going
you,
to be a
Jen.
line on the floor, and you ain't going to hardly even feel it. That motherfucker was big. It was huge.
Yeah.
You felt it. I think I fell
And
into
they
a
measured
rep.
they measured the track wrong.
Yeah.
Backwards bulge situation.
There was a backwards bulge. Yeah, where it bulges where it's unnecessary.
Don't trust the bulge. Don't trust it.
But yeah, after the red eye, it was my first like Bombshells thing too, and I went and I puked in a ditch, and I think
Remember
Dean
that?
Ruff-
I remember.
yeah, I think our captain was worried that I might be like that all the time.
You were like, I feel so much better.
There was a few people puking, I think, back then. So that was that we,
Oh, come on. When we walked up to the red eye, I remember this very specifically. It was me, D-Ref was to my right, somebody was to my left, there were a couple of other people, and we stopped just before we got to the sidewalk to the door of the red eye. There was shattered glass everywhere on the sidewalk. Shattered, just littered everywhere. And like just gross stuff all around. And D-Ref was like, do me a favor, nobody fuck anybody.
I can hear her saying that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was
we might have to cut this part out because she's kind of a well-respected person. She's a well-respected person in the community now, but I remember her saying, do me a favor, nobody fuck anybody from this bar, please.
That was just leadership taking care of her team.
She's like, this is like a Tarantino film.
Yeah, don't bring anybody over to the hotel. It was like right next door, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were right across the street.
And then the next day we had to do our photo.
Yes. Do you remember we had to rush back?
Oh, I remember that. That was hard.
Freeze. Right. That was you and I all the way back to the Twin Cities in the back seat of the
with
Rough
D
Riders
and Chad,
car.
right? With D and Chad, right?
Chad.
Yeah, you talked a lot during that.
You need to shut the hell up because I want to rest. And you were like,
you was talking the whole time. Blah, 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 blah.
You know why I won't talk? And then you went on to talk to me about why you weren't going to fucking talk.
I think that you were doing all the talking, and then Chad was doing egging on.
There it is.
This is a good one. I'll have to post a better picture of this. I'll post it on Instagram so that people can see it.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a magnet, right?
It is a magnet.
I think I have that
was a
still in
fun
my
shoot,
fridge,
though. We pulled through. We had to get back in our uniforms that we just all sweaty, I think, still.
Oh,
we didn't even have our own uniforms, Freeze. We were borrowing uniforms.
Well, yes, whatever we had. I think I had, I don't know whose I had.
I loved those
fun.
team shots every year. Those were so fun.
But like, I think this one is my favorite because I'm not wearing my own uniform yet.
Just leading up to it.
I didn't know anyone yet. Like, I didn't really know anyone.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a team photo the year before my rookie year. We didn't have one. I still have the contacts from roller derby are the best. They're the most solid. They're the most reliable. Zach Swanson, who has a production company for videos. He did our video for our music video last year for off of that first CD. Photo Dog did a bunch of photos for my band too. Like every time I need somebody from like media, I'm like, who do I know from roller derby? Because they're the best and they rock.
Crush.
There are a handful of new people that you meet, but the quality of people that are part of that league, beyond the team is this like whole community of people that are also there and committed to, making this thing fly out of nothing. It is literally stardust and fucking, wood chip.
I feel like they should mention that more maybe when they're promos on like the radio or something, and it should really say like everyone's a volunteer, come to this thing or something. Like literally it's all magic.
Last night I went to see Martin Zeller from the Gear Daddies. Do you all remember them? They're a Minnesota band out of Austin, Minnesota, in the 80s, late 80s.
They're the Zamboni people?
Yeah. Yes. And Stupid Boy. Remember we played those songs in our band?
Yes. Oh, I forgot about Stupid Boy.
Remember Scully sang Stupid Boy. And he sang both of them last night. And he has a song called Sonic Boom. And so he sang it last night, and I was like, "Oh, Sonic Boom!" And then he said, "Yeah, I made a Rolling Stone top 10 list in my life, and I didn't mean to, but I did, and it's the like top 10 songs about masturbation, and Sonic Boom was on it." and like The Stroke and like all of these great songs. Like, oh my god, I'd love to do a top 10 list of, like that would be hilarious of that shit today. Oh, because Go-Kart Racing Accidental Masturbating by Garfunkel and Oates was a great song as well.
Yeah.
That Sex did. When people ask me about that band, like what we sang, I said we sang really irreverent music and really reverent music at the same time.
Yes,
It
we
really
were
was a
about
balance.
dichotomy.
Yes, yes.
It was very balanced, I think. God, that made me laugh. Shit.
There's so much I learned from Sex Wings that I just can't. Sorry, Medium Serious, but like sometimes I just want it to be more like Sex Wings. Medium Serious is the name of my current band, and it's just, yeah. But it's just like the ability for us to accept whatever,
Yeah.
and the ability for us to be like, oh, do you want to play the accordion today? Great.
Play
And
it.
you don't play it very well? Fuck yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
play it.
Still don't give a fuck. Like that was like
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and the fact that we really did whatever we wanted to do, and there wasn't we weren't bound by having been in some other band before, that like we had these like anything strict in our mind about the way it was supposed to work.
Nope.
And Boom, I imagine you have now had enough experiences outside of it to where you're like, you interact with people where like it's supposed to work this way, and they want certain stuff. And I'm not discrediting that. Like there's a lot of wisdom there with how to do stuff that like, the brewery. Yeah.
Wait, which one? Which brewery?
The one where we couldn't hear anything, and we went to Cheesy Poof's house because
yeah,
it was garbage and my mom was in town.
Yes. And that was the reason we went to Cheesy Poof's, because we were like, oh my God, we can't just give garbage out if we've got loved ones that are actually counting on it. This band has also sworn off breweries and bars, except for the very rare occasion if there's something like a special occasion that we are needing to do something for. But otherwise, we're just not a bar band brewery crew. We're just not. And I said that every single time, it's the sound in breweries is the hardest thing to deal with. It's just the hardest thing.
There's nothing, everything's reflective.
Everything.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of breweries that make that list, and then otherwise we're like, no thanks. So this band is very funny because we practice all the time, and we'll do experimenting during practice, but then when we hit the stage, we're like, no, this is the way it goes. And if we deviate from that, we're like, okay, let's not try to derail. Let's just stay on path. So, man, I miss some of our originals from back then too. You all remember them?
Yes,
They're good.
Oh, Boom! I had this was 2 days ago. I mentioned like all I think about now that is like astrology. Like everything's about astrology with me now, which is silly, but Whiskey or Wine is about Mars and Venus.
Nice.
So sounds like it would match up.
Well, yeah, and it even like the idea of like wine is Venusian and whiskey is Martian. And it's like these opposing forces, like which thing am I going to be to this day?
I just wrote another one with whiskey and women, and it's a cowboy song. It's called The Cowboy's Tale. And it's my first return to a song with the word whiskey in it. And so I'm like, oh, Man, I have this now. I'm building a collection of whiskey songs. So. But it's a really fun song about like cowboys, but like observations of cowboys from the outside of being cowboy. Like, you're not a cowboy. The person singing the song isn't a cowboy.
Mhm.
But then each verse ends with like, so it's whiskey and women and whispers and wine. And then the next verse is, so it's whiskey and women and bar rooms and beer. And then the next verse is like, whiskey and women and jail time and gin. And then the last one is like, whiskey and women and rhinestones and rum. It's like,
Oh, there's
it's
going to
this
be a
whole song
whiskey
about,
set.
like,
Did you guys see Poor Things? The movie? It's
Yes.
pretty wild. The one with Emma Stone. Oh, you guys should
It's
check it
kind
out.
of like a
Well,
Frankenstein.
Free's seen it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's kind of like a Frankenstein type feminist journey type movie. But anyways,
Cool.
it's very weird. You should definitely check it out. But last year at Fanny Pack, I did a. But anyways, you should check it out. What I did last year and did burlesque to a cut from the movie, which are very all over the place. And part of it was like just Frankenstein moves, and like nobody had seen the movie. We were just like, what the hell was all of that? But I did have one person that had seen the movie and said that was highbrow burlesque right there. And it was funny.
nice.
So see the movie and then imagine a burlesque version of it.
And so Fanny Pack is still happening?
Yeah.
Fanny Pack has
This
been
year is
happening.
going to be a couple of weeks, I think.
I'm going to talk about my two favorite freeze moments on the track. I think that we should always have a favorite moment of like what we can remember of us, right? Okay, one of the ones that will always live in infamy is Freeze trying to sneak through past me on the inside line.
You know, it was a big freaking gap. I could have made it, and I was so clear. Every time
because
you
I
bring
was
that
protecting the fucking line. I can't believe you tried to go to the left.
Man, when you nailed me, I was like, "Fuck! Isn't she on my team?"
And you went down yelling.
Is that the one you're talking about?
You fell back.
That's exactly. I said, "I'm on your team." What the frick? How does this game work again? I thought I had it right the first time.
I just felt somebody on that side. I was like, "No, come on."
That was sad. That's a good one.
When we went to Eau Claire, for a travel boat, and you came into the pack fucking hot, just hot. And I was like, what's happening? And you pinballed off of me to fucking get past everybody else.
But that's all right. That's how it used to be. And then people would push you through, sometimes whip you through.
Yeah.
I enjoyed pulling on people sometimes, and then I wasn't sure.
You didn't pull anything. You
I
just
pinballed off your ass.
And you literally like this bounced off forward, and you were like, call an inch. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
I got by everybody, and that was it. Poing, toing.
Yeah.
Hey, it's gonna be spring soon. I think that rodent lied to us, though.
Oh, what did they see? Early?
It saw its shadow. It said 6 weeks.
Yeah. Has it ever not? That
They
means
said
it continues.
They said there was a Charlie Chuck that looked, and he seen his shadow, and it was going to be less time.
Has anyone ever heard of them not seeing their It's the same every year.
Still do this at all.
Wait a minute.
There's
Charlie Chuck.
Something like that.
Charlie
That's his
Chuck?
name.
Just leave the groundhogs alone.
I think that's his name.
Is that a
He's
new
another
one,
guy.
or is it,
No, there's two of them, and they said that this guy they believe more than this guy.
He's
so
more reliable.
Where is Charlie Chuck from?
You know, he's somewhere in this. They had it on our news, so I didn't really pay attention. But they said that he's more accurate, so we should listen to him, and it's going to be early.
We'll take
I
it.
ain't kidding. I didn't get I got the name right. It's something about Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. What are the things called? Go Rovers. No,
Stop it.
not Grover.
Groundhog?
Groundhog. There you go. Grover the
Grover
Groundhog.
saw his shadow.
Isn't it Grover the Groundhog? No, his name was Chuck the Groundhog. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Chuckles or something. Maybe it's Chuckles. But he was more accurate when they went by
I cannot
percentage.
believe you two fuckers are gonna blow past that. I'm like, what did you just say?
Listen to me. Well, did you not see that they're gonna cut cake instead of look at groundhogs now? Did you see that?
Oh,
They're gonna
what?
cut a cake instead of having the groundhogs because they do not want to have the groundhogs being, in that little house locked up for 9,
should
10,
just-
12 months.
It's all worthless
They're gonna cut
anyways.
cakes and it's either gonna be
Fuck up.
pink or blue.
Cut. What? To
They're
tell you
gonna
about
cut a cake
spring?
now and open it and say, oh, if it's pink, it's gonna be 6 weeks. If it's whatever. What is it? 6 weeks early,
Let me
6 weeks
find out.
late?
I'm gonna find it.
Everything
check
else
my
that we
phone.
recorded. And
It's gonna be in
That's
early
fine.
spring. The roller skate.
I don't
told
know
me.
how they're gonna do it. Probably how they do it now because it's not real what the damn groundhog does. So
Okay,
they're probably gonna just
It's
throw
never
some
been
dye in
real.
the damn.
Oh,
They're gonna throw some dye in the cake and then now
Uh-huh.
they're gonna cut it for you to see because I guess people don't like the groundhogs, being locked in that.
they're
little
not
house.
like hanging out
They
in the
should
fucking
leave them
little
alone. I
tuck
think.
apartment for like
I guess I've heard it. I never knew this that
time.
sometimes people would pick up the groundhogs and drop them, and one died that way.
Okay.
From one of them things when they did Groundhog Day.
This is
The
the
guy didn't
contest
pick them
we
up
haven't-
correctly. He didn't pick them up correctly, and it freaking
happened.
fell out of their hand. And that later the day he
God.
passed away.
Okay, well they're wild animals, so let's stop picking them up anyway. But still,
So that's why they're gonna cut cake now. It's not quite gonna be the same, I don't
what
think.
kind of crazy tradition is cake?
It's
Oh,
like a baby
God.
release. It's like a baby release. Chop chop.
Baby release.
Drink.
Stop it! Drink.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's true.
That is
That's
not what they're
You
called.
knowing that the baby's coming.
My baby this
It's not what
week.
they're
Come to my
called. Drink.
You
You
guys
got
always
me
make
fucking
things up. I don't know how
drunk.
you don't know that's what it means.
Yeah. What did I say at the beginning?
Freeze. Do you
Anytime
mean
you
a gender
say,
reveal?
yes, that's what she's
Baby
talking
release.
about.
That's
Pretty.
exactly right.
That's
See,
what
I
she
told
means.
you, Bully knew.
I wish I
pretty
would have
sure
called
both
it
of
that,
you
all the
though.
time.
That's so much better.
I'm pretty sure you two
She
knew
does
too
the-
what I was talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean, no matter what I say.
When
You
I
know
mean
what
baby
I mean.
release,
What I
it's the
mean.
same as gender release. Got that?
Baby
Sounds the same to me.
release? Stop it. Stop it.
Baby
No.
release.
No.
So anyway,
No.
I looked that up. That's true. It was on TV. So it's next year you
Oh my
see a
God.
cake.
Freeze, you used
Instead
to
of a
listen to
ground-
our podcasts, and when you would be talking about something, you would then say, see, I told you so. I'm like, that's you talking. You don't get to agree with yourself as
Oh,
proof
no.
of anything.
No, there's always proof. We'll have to listen to the last podcast and see how much stuff I had right. We can
You
do
guys-
that shit because we already went into the future tonight. We can always go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True facts.
You need to check back and tell us what happens on February, because astrology over there was talking a lot about it for some reason.
There was a lot of planets lined up, Bully. Did you get to see the whole
They're still lined
planet?
up.
I can't see crap. I got clouds all around. Did
Those
anybody see
glasses
them?
aren't helping either.
Hey, what you talking about, Willis? Did you see them? Anybody see them in a row?
I've been at night. So when you talk about, so I'm gonna get where are my glasses? Excuse me. When you're talking about planetary alignments, what's actually going on?
Is that so right now Venus is rising very early, and then Jupiter is rising later, and then you can see Mars, but also Venus was next to Saturn, so you could see them all in the night sky, but they were not next to each other. No, but they were in a line kind of. So the reason you can tell they're the planets is because like the constellations, the actual stars, like they go across the sky, but we can watch the planets become wandering stars. So you can watch the planets like move between the constellations.
Okay, and that's my.
See?
I need to stop
I
talking
got
about
that
astrology.
Going
I'm
with
just a
it.
producer.
I got
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff going on. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
She's
Anyway, this is
changed
the
into her
Boom and
smart
Freeze
glasses for
podcast.
you.
That was my smart glasses, but get back into these.
Nope.
No.
On the bandwagon.
No one has ever listened to us that we don't know already in real
Although
life.
not that we know that they're trolling. I mean, the people troll, you don't have a clue, right?
Well,
You
they
know what I'm
would
talking
say,
about.
"Shut up, you dumb cunts." Then we would know they were trolling.
No, I mean, they don't want nobody to know. They're just following, like a stalker.
Those
okay.
are
Like a
lurkers,
lurker.
not
Lurker.
trolls.
Oh,
That's different.
Those are
Oh, there's-
different.
Gnome.
there's different ones. I did not know.
So, okay, let's help Freeze understand what the difference is.
Trolls have to hassle you. It's troll.
Trolls,
They
like,
leave comments,
like
bad things.
in the, do you know the Billy Goat's Gruff story?
Yeah.
Where he tries to cross the bridge, and the troll like pops up and is like, ah, oh.
You gotta pay it. You gotta give them
Original
some money.
story of the troll term.
What?
The troll has to harass you, and there's
Okay.
some sort of impediment. They're kind of a speed bump, or they're criticizing. That's a troll.
Okay, got it. What's the next one? A lurker?
But someone who's just lurking is just
A stalker?
not a stalker,
Same.
a lurker.
Oh.
You know what?
Stop.
This is-
Intense.
I explained the same difference to my mom. Hi, Mom, if you're listening. I don't think she's ever listened or
Hi,
would get
Mama.
this far.
Hi, Bully's mom.
But she did say one time, she's like, "Oh, I'll be trolling you," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And she meant
See?
lurking also. So I wonder if
I think it's a different generation because that's what I think
Generational.
trolling is. Yeah, generational thing. Yeah, pretty soon it's gonna be no pants. Yeah, have you heard that song? No pants, or no, was that pants on the
Stay
ground?
seated, you'll be fine.
Pants on the ground. That's like 20 years old or something. That song, isn't it? Think about it.
That's amazing.
That's hard to
easily.
believe.
What song?
Long.
what song?
Pants on the ground.
Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. You
It's
guys
her
not
on
remember?
Idol. A dude,
And
a
it was
dude
and it was
tried
it
out
was
for
sung,
American
it
Idol,
was
and
sung
that's the song he
by
sang.
the
Looking
dang
like a
football
fool with your
player.
pants on the ground, but
The
Looking
football
like a
players.
fool with the pants on the ground.
Yeah,
Well, what's it
who's the
from?
football
I
player's
don't
name?
know.
Boom.
I just said what it's from.
American
Yeah.
Idol.
I said, what did I say?
From American
didn't
Idol.
hear ya.
Artistic director.
What did he say? I didn't
I
hear.
said American Idol.
No, not American
He
Idol.
he tried out American Idol and he sang that song.
I
No,
just found
but
it. I had
the
to Google
song-
it.
Is that
It
a
was
real
from the-
song?
Yeah, but who sang it was the guy on the football. Had the footballs that he deflated. What was his name?
Tom
He's
Brady.
retired now. Yeah,
He's a.
he's
Did
the one
he
that
write
sang
this?
it, right?
He
He sang
He
it.
did
When
not
became
write it.
popular.
He did not write it. It was the dude from
He
American
didn't, he
Idol who
sang
brought
it.
that.
He did not. I didn't say he wrote it. He sang it because that's when all the kids started wearing their pants halfway out their ass.
No, they've been wearing their pants halfway out their ass for a long time, and that's from prison.
Yeah, that's when I worked
You know,
in
I don't
the
care that you
yeah,
wear them like
that's
that,
a
but you know, everybody's
prison
gonna
thing.
be bow-legged. How fun is that to walk like that?
That's your worry?
I feel like it's a task to do. You really gotta keep
I
your
know.
pants up. You gotta move your legs a certain way, and if you move it, you lose it. It's gone. Got no backup. You
Stop
better
it.
hold your.
Stop it.
That's just. You know, I don't understand it. I mean, you know,
Oh my God.
put a belt on and hold it halfway down. But what? You don't have to move your legs sideways. Nobody remembers that.
I don't know
song,
where
though.
it came from. Other
Boom!
than
You
hearing-
remembered it, right? Though.
I am going to tell you one more time. Pants on the ground came
Hold
from
on. Let me
American
find
Idol.
out.
Dude walked in. And
we're gonna
tried
watch
out,
it right now.
Yeah, he tried
Oh.
out for American
I
Idol and he
gotta
sang
go.
that song and it made it famous. And other people sang it after that. But he
But
was
what
the
was it
first
originally
one.
from? He
He
made it
said-
up.
This
Him,
guy.
American Idol. He made it up and brought it in.
He made it up and sang that on TV.
You know,
That's what he
Songs
came
have
up
to come
with.
from somewhere. Yep, he made it up.
I don't. But I swear that Tom Brady
Yeah.
added things.
You up.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Pants on the ground, pants on the
Yeah.
ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, with the gold in your mouth. Hat turned sideways, pants hit the ground. Call yourself a cool cat, looking like a fool. Walking downtown with your pants on the
How do
ground.
you not
Get
love
up.
it?
Hey, get your pants off the ground. Looking like a fool, walking, talking with your pants on the ground. Get it up. Hey, get your pants off the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Go in the mouth.
Okay.
Head turned sideways, pants hit the ground. Call yourself
Thank
a cool
you.
cat, looking like a fool. Walking, talking with your pants on the ground. Boom.
on this one.
Whoa, pants on the ground. Looking like a fool.
This guy, man, he was killing me.
Head turned sideways.
Oh my God, he was
Larry, thank you.
We need the
Larry,
bouncer
what was that
to
song
take him
called?
out. Do you
I
feel
don't
it
think I've
though?
ever
What he was
seen
trying to say is, man, pull your pants up. I think that's pretty much
So
what he's
he's
trying to say.
trying to say. So like,
Did you
what?
gold teeth
I was
first?
like, it was obvious he made that up. Obvious. So you were like, where did it come from? I'm like, it's him. I swear it was him. He just made it up.
I mean, I would think, but what if that was a cover?
I'm telling you, it was
I
out
started
there.
worrying.
Sometimes you gotta take your pants off. You go back to that one.
You're with the general, Larry, right? Freeze. You're like, yep, pull them pants up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take your pants
Well,
off
I mean,
all the way.
like I say, I don't mind if they're down a little bit, but it's like when it affects your walking, I don't think you should do it.
Have you guys seen that shirt that Ahor did? That's a
Oh,
Nice.
you got it. You know
I
what?
want
That
that.
shirt,
90s action.
that shirt felt really soft. I remember folding
It's
it.
soft, isn't it?
It's very soft.
Can I buy
When
one?
did you feel it? When? Who?
Today.
Today?
Ahor,
Yeah.
just recently.
Yeah. Are there other things to look at in the Stabby Abby
I think
shop? Oh, there's bags and
Yeah, she's got a
There
few.
was another thing too. There
It's
was another
a
design that was
planchette.
cute too that I. Yeah. Oh, well, there you. Yes, there's that.
Thank you for sharing this.
Yeah.
I will share the link in the show notes for anyone who's listening along and wants to support Stabby
Ahor.
Abby because we love Ahor.
Yeah, for sure.
Best.
No, but I
Get
don't
some
recognize the TV. I thought it looked like a blanket from SpongeBob. Beat down, you know what I'm talking about.
You have to drink when you say that. Remember? Remember, you can.
What I say? What I said?
Drink
Beat
when you
down.
say
Huh?
Pop sockets and things. Such
Drink.
Pock
things.
rocket. Pocket rocket.
Pop rockets. Stop
No.
it. Stop.
Socket.
Stop.
A pop socket. Pop. Isn't that it? A
Yes.
pop socket.
That.
You stick it on your phone, it
That.
pops out. Hold your phone in your hand.
There you go.
Woo! You could use super glue too. Super glue.
Oh, no. Stop it. No.
Wow. Is that how they used to sell super glue commercials? Or what was that?
It only works to stick your fingers together, nothing else.
That's what she said.
That freaking super glue, man, it never worked for anything I ever tried to put together. Ever.
That was a good. That
Same.
was a good one. That was a really.
That was good.
I'd like to come back there and visit that church again.
Oh, the Church of Cannabis?
Yes,
That place
fun.
was awesome.
That was just so
Wait,
so
that's out
cheerful.
in Colorado, not here, right?
Yeah. Freeze came to the Church of Cannabis. Freeze, baby, are you suggesting that any of us have ever consumed a cannabis product?
No, I'm not
Isn't it
suggesting
legal in both
that,
of our states now?
but I'm saying it was
Yes.
legal there. And again, you know, the things they say is just funny.
I am so happy. I take little CBD gummies. I'm so excited about that.
It helps your pain in your joints. Is that what you take it for? No. It's definitely for medical reasons.
No, I do not. I do take them for medical reasons. I do, but they're legal for God's sakes. They're stores.
I'm sick of hiding it.
The ones I take are calming anxiety and for my headaches. What are you doing? There. Thank you, Bully. Thank you.
I know. I'm trying to see what she's got. Something attached to her lip. What was it?
You don't have to look real close.
I don't need to see your freaking faces. You look fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We went all that way and you stopped? No, get back over there. Get back over there now.
I don't see you. I need 2 more hands in here. I don't see you. Oh, I'm gonna use these fingers too.
No. No.
Look, nobody's home. You know, someday I'm gonna get used to this computer life, and I'm gonna know how to use all these buttons. And someday I'm gonna learn all the buttons on my car, how to use all those buttons. What do you think about that?
Me too.
You guys got any buttons in your car you don't know what they're for?
Well,
I don't know if you looked at all your buttons in.
I have
because
looked at
obviously,
all my buttons.
no, whatever. Google it.
What kind of fancy car do you have, Freeze?
It don't have to be fancy, man.
Do you
Some
have
of
a
them just got
CD
buttons
player
in
in your
weird
car?
spots. Like they got what?
Do you have a CD player in your car?
Yes.
Me too. I
But you know,
purposely wanted a CD player.
you know, though your panel now in your car is like a freaking airplane. You got to know which buttons, where all the little things are to push now. The CD player, it's not even where the CD player is. It's up here. Well, the CD player's down here. Why are all the buttons up here where the air conditioner might be and shit? So you got to look at all the little buttons, and they're not even, they don't even say what they're for anymore. They just show an arrow or a little square, which the square means stop, because I get confused on the stop and pause shit.
I can't laugh anymore. I'm gonna pee myself. I have got to go pee. You are not. I can't do it.
I can pause the recording for a pee break, and then we can wrap it up.
Why can't they say play forward shit? Now they got signs for everything.
And we're back from our commercial break.
We made it back.
Hey,
well, nice to see y'all today. It's been quite nice. Here we are.
So February 6th, 2025.
Yes, February 6th. Sweet. We were talking about how we were going to end this thing, I think.
Yeah. Like maybe what do you think the next time we're going to talk is? I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know. You know, you guys are all so worldly now and always busy.
All right.
You guys are so much bigger now. It's amazing.
Thanks.
You guys are all so big now. It's just so different. I feel like I'm at a whole nother podcast.
We've all grown
like
up.
I freaking changed the channel or something. You know, it's kind of like when you watch these shows nowadays and they end and then you don't know if they're going to come back or they might come back 3 years later. You guys ever experience that?
Yes. Or 25 years later. Give us our Buffy.
I swear,
give us Buffy, for God's sakes.
There's always hope.
Yeah, that's too funny though.
Hope.
Yeah.
Maybe that was one of the themes of this podcast was hope.
There was a lot of hope involved, I believe. Wasn't that in them little skits we seen?
Was there? Wasn't there? I don't know.
There was a lot of talk of pants.
Pants. Any closing comments on pants?
Lots of
Pants
comments
season will hopefully be ending soon. Spring
Oh,
will be
I
upon.
can't wait. You know, it's usually around May, June I get to take off my warm pants. It is. I try sometimes to take it off earlier, and when I walk out the door, I regret it.
Yeah, because you left the house without
I
pants
left
again.
it, and I'm like, I'm cold, and I don't need to be. And so
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I keep them on, and then if I have to, I can take them off in the car.
Brilliant. All right, so we promise our adoring fans
between
1 and 5 years.
1 month and 5 years.
1 month to 5 years.
The range.
Hey, that's a good goal. Those are good goals.
we gotta
have a goal, Boom, right?
I like them. I like them.
Good to have a goal.
Well, I appreciated the fuck out of y'all. I love you so much. So
it was so good to do this. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm glad we had the time to do this, and we all connected.
Yeah,
I really am. I'm glad I got to see your faces. Finally.
I mean, now that we're bigger, yeah.
That is just that's too funny.
Oh, God.
That's one of them aha moments, like you're sitting in a chair and you don't know it reclines.
There's it. No, we did it. We did it.
We did it.
With that, with that, I think we should
You know
say
what I'm
goodbye.
talking about, though, right? You don't know, and then you get ready to leave, and you go, that freaking thing reclines. I could have been leaning back that whole freaking hour I was there. You know, you kind of got a kink in your neck. I just freaking.
Please, come on.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
Place to place.
Sometimes you shouldn't go them places. I'm just saying. Know when to turn around.
Sure,
As long as you always have your handle on the doorknob, you're in good shape.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Where do these phrases go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've made stickers out of less. More
Put
fraud.
that in
Come
your,
on. We
put
can
that
do
in
it.
your crock pot and let it simmer.
No, please, no.
Yep. All right. Let's not drag this out. Say goodbye on the podcast, but don't hang up.
Okay.
Bye, podcast. Bye.
Enjoy.
Yeah, bye.